Oh, right. Well, this is very, very, very different for me. I'm casting a diplomacy game, which is 2v2v2v2v2. I hope I said enough twos there. And my goodness, what am I looking at? What is this? I have no idea. Good luck, have fun, wholesome individual. What a map. Everybody starts with their our very own Teutonic fortress, and this is my thank you to you all for all the support. Nice map. It is quite the nice map. We're just gonna run through the players and look. They even start with their very own warrior prince, Reinhardt. I have no idea. They have queens. They have kings. There's a lot going on. I think if you lose all of your kings and or queens, you might be dead. I have no idea. I have no idea. I want to go through all of the players first, though. So obviously we have Teutonic Fortress playing as the, well, probably guessed it, Teutons in the great. And oh, it looks like he has deleted some farms, and these villagers are on the prowl already. Please don't do something. Oh, he's extending this wall down here. I like that. Also, look at the resources that everybody starts with. Leo, he is playing as the Portuguese, and it seems like he is a ally of Teutonic Fortress. Oh, is it free for all or is it 2v2v2v2? I actually don't know because I saw at the beginning. Okay, ally, ally. Okay, it is diplomacy, so it is kind of like a free for all. And look at this, more castles being constructed in the back for the Portuguese player right here. Very, very, very nice. I wonder if we're gonna see organ guns from Leo at some point. He's wasting no time, hopping right into action. Villagers are being produced left and right. Mech Booper, 4 relics in the base for the start. You can see that right here at Mech Booper's base. He's playing in the green. So I lied before, it's not a 2v2v2v2. I thought it was, but actually everybody can be allied with everybody. Regicide 4 family members, lose all 4, you lose. Okay, so there's 4 family members that if you lose the game. And it looks like McBoomer is going for the Ethiopian archers as well as siege. Meanwhile, in the light blue we have, oh, latest being built. That means we see a Lithuanian pick from Max Boom. But Bucks Boom, sorry, I'm thinking booming, 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 but it's really not necessary because you have tons of things to start with. You have Mangudai being made from Heya 1974. In the orange, we have Care, and Care is playing as the Britons. The walls are also extended from our yellow player over here, Dragonite. That's a cool name. And he is playing as the Burgundians. And finally, in the pink, we have Magyars. And we already see those elite Magyar Hussars coming out. I'm so pumped about this. I have no idea how this is going to play out. Oh, there's even water for each one. Select your monastery and garrison it in the castle. Alright, alright, alright. There you go. So yeah, this is a wild game for sure. And look at this. There's even the healing Teutonic fortress symbol in the middle. Now and look at it. It's like a little mountain. It's a little mountain. I really wonder. I'm very curious how this game is going to progress. Doesn't look like gray, yellow, or green have anything in the queue. And what's really cool about this, to me, is that we actually have a bunch of our community members in this game. Healing Teutonic Fortress has his own Discord, and I know, for example, Leo is a part of that, and he has a market going up. I wonder if we're going to see trade. Trade seems quite useful as well, especially in the long term, although you do start with tons and tons of resources, monasteries being constructed, and beautiful, beautiful stuff. Let's see. Family members are nice and safe, and 2 relics in each makes a lot of sense. Meanwhile, it does look like, okay, green is already taking gold forwards, and I'm just gonna try and my absolute best to and you see that people are changing allies and stuff like that, left and right. trying to cast this to the best of my ability. If I do Fog of War, oh, I can see the players that he is allied with. Very, very interesting. I think it would be useful to probably take out your... Oh, and lots of wood in the middle. There was monastery. Oh, there was monasteries to begin with. I didn't see that. That is very, very nice. And I think this is on fast speed. If I'm looking at it, yeah, it does look like it is on faster speed. So that could definitely make it a lot more interesting. Is anybody going for the middle? Oh, Teutonic Fortress is going right for the middle right away. Meanwhile, yellow is expanding. These hills are very nice. They can give you avenues to attack. I'm posting this. I mean, this is the first first time I'm seeing this, and I'm completely overwhelmed. There's several layers of walls being constructed. I mean, this at this point could be a 7-hour game. We might give T90 a run for his money for longest game ever, but I'm just so happy to be casting this for you guys. I've had quite the long work week. I'm casting this on a Friday, although I have no idea when I'm releasing this because I would like to release this for my 69 subs, which is really nice. But additional walls being constructed also by Teal, it seems like, just to make sure that nothing is going to go his way. We have more production buildings being constructed, and the middle is being claimed. Very bold move from Teutonic Fortress to just run to the center here, but you can't really build a TC on there unless you mine a whole bunch of this stone. Let's see, what is yellow up to? Oh, he has also built, it looks like a back base over here with tons and tons of facilities. Trade is being constructed. Who is he planning to trade with? It's probably going to be pink, I'm assuming at this point. And once again, this is diplomacy, so it is quite interesting just from that perspective. And look at this mining camp. Efficiency is key, I suppose. Castle over here, and I don't really see any fighting yet going on. Leo seems to be falling a little bit behind in the score. He deleted all of his farms. Oh, Victorias! He went for Victorias. Okay, I like that. So Leo could potentially go on forever with these Victorias, but that trickle is going to be really slow. I think in the beginning it's probably better to start mining and whatnot, especially since everything built so quickly. Now in the front, building keeps all around, and it looks like the middle is going to get contested at some point. And wow, that's a lot of castles being constructed. Definitely wants to get some of this gold. Let's just quickly go to Leo's perspective over here. You can see that he's also in the clan, and yeah, he's already out of stone. He's already out of stone, so he probably wants to get on this stone as well as he is constructing keeps left and right. And do remember that he is getting that super slow trickle. And purple says no, and just starts attacking Leo. Wow, I wonder, is this firing back? No, it doesn't look like it's firing back yet. Leo is signaling that he is being attacked over here. I'm trying to also keep a track on the the chat if there's anything in all chat. I'm not gonna go to everybody's perspective and make sure that they are. And orange also has enemied purple at this time. That's wild. But I think with these Mega Hussars, especially since they're elite, you should be able to take this down no problem. Meanwhile, just passing from Teutonic Fortress, and man, what a weird game. Going for Paladin right away, going for trade. Where are these trade carts going? These trade carts are going the long way. Let's see who's allied with. Maybe they're going to Teal. I haven't quite figured it out. 225 pop. Is that for everybody? Let's see. For example, Gray. Gray also has 225 pop, so it does look like that's a custom pop amount. And just mining the zone here as quickly as possible. And that castle, Murderals, is actually doing quite well against these Magyar Hussars. But here comes Teal. Teal is also wanting to get in on this. And I think Purple just kind of made an enemy very early on. Pink, that is. And he's just a random number. 7064500015. My goodness. Is Teutonic Fortress? Why me? Why me? Says Leo. Why must you attack me? I think so. I don't know if Teal is actually allied with anybody at this point. Teal is just chilling over here for the most part. Uh, let's check out his fog of war. Doesn't look like he is. Why not? Why not? Why not? Easy snipe skis. And here is the Healing Teutonic Fortress formation in the middle. I hope that this lives for many a days. But now, looks like these villagers are getting absolutely murked by these elite longbowmen. There's so much going on. It's absolute chaos. I hope that my um, computer doesn't just... Watch out! Watch out! Something over here. Bombard cannons. Bombard cannons are being used against Leo, absolutely decimating his base. Is shooting back. Now a whole bunch of ARBs are getting sent. Green, bleep you! Oh my goodness, what an absolute dumpster fire of a game. I love it. My computer is not loving it so much, but this is hilarious. Eventually people will run out of resources. And I thought it was going to be like slow, you know, people were going to like trade and whatnot. It looked like that was going to happen for a little bit. But then it just broke loose all over the place. And look at this. Trading with gray is red. And that's maybe why Teutonic Fortress wants to keep Leo alive, is to try and make sure that he can keep that trade going in the long term. Latest, by the way, absolutely wrecking everything here. I wouldn't mind seeing more rams. I think rams are a very useful tool. Yellow is all over here as well. Yellow's not really being attacked. This castle never did make it up. And wow, that's a lot of stuff going on. I'm trying to look at the mini-map and it's just absolute rainbow. An absolute rainbow right now. More trade cards, almost out of gold already. Yeah, I think people are going to go heavy into their gold units because you kind of have to at this point, right? But long-term economy, I don't know if it's going to be there for a lot of these people. And look at this. It looks like, okay, purple is collecting a lot of wood here in the middle. No TCs there. And yellow is coming in as well. He has tons and tons of cav archers. They could absolutely wreck any kind of army composition in that number. Meanwhile, Teal is looking quite good with these paladins and his latest. Also, he's going to get tons of additional attack on these guys. Yeah, +8 on them because of those relics that he started with. It was gifted to him. I think actually Lithuanians was a really good pick in this specific situation just because of that. People stop saying like it's a 2v2. I kind of don't know what is going on. It's just a free-for-all dumpster fire as far as I can concern. Also, you kind of want to blue coffee this a little bit and make it seem like you're allied with somebody when you're not really allied with somebody. Ooh, and there is one of the heroes being sent in already. He is losing HP, and if you do lose all 4 of your family members, you are out of the game. Absolute craziness over here. It doesn't look like anybody has died, but definitely it looks like, ooh, what's going on over here? Oh man, we have Shotel warriors that are going to get absolutely decimated by these ARPs. And we also have organ guns coming out. That's funny. And Teutonic Fortress is here. He is kind of protecting Leo. I will say that. Fishing ships, they have already fished everything. We are got double speed. The middle has been given up by Teutonic Fortress at this point. And tons and tons of trebuchets are coming out. Stone is being slung back and forth by Teutonic Fortress to Leo, so it definitely looks like they're teaming up a little bit. But in this situation, I feel like you kind of have to team up to a certain degree, otherwise you're just dead. Look at this, orange and blue, very happy to share these golds over here. And help and archers and looks like Cavalier, which is a little bit funny from Mangadai for sure. And it does look like it has zenned out a little bit. But that being said, there's tons of villagers coming forward from green. I wonder if he's enemied with... No, it does not look like he's enemied with teal. is going to try and take more of this gold. Thank you very much for sharing. And like I said, purple before definitely made an enemy of a lot of people by attacking so early on. Then again, you don't want people to just take this stone for free. I mean, there's tons and tons of stone. Bombard cannons being produced. Look at these queues. Absolute insanity. So many more helps being produced from purple. I think he's not really at his pop limit yet. Not many people seem to be. Let's go to purple's perspective because I think he was struggling the most. Yeah, okay, he's definitely thrown a lot of his military away. Definitely needs way more gold at this point. And he really can only afford helps, which is actually a very good composition against the person he is up against. Meanwhile, over here, it seems like there's a surprise attack, but there are bombard cannons here, tons and tons of bombard cannons. A little bit more space is being created, but if this gets a good shot, ooh, did get a decent shot, but not good enough. And green and gray seem to be going at it quite heavily. Mech Booper is doing a nice job, but the range isn't quite there, especially against ARBs. You can just get that so quickly. More bombard cannons kind of being sent to their death at this point. I do like the secondary layer that green has over here. Meanwhile, pink over here is trying to push, and he is going to get some reward and get these trebuchets. My goodness, what am I even watching? And meanwhile, peace amongst archers. Peace amongst archers is definitely occurring over here. Slowly tripping down these castles, fighting for that middle control. I think a lot of it's going to be about the middle, unless we see somebody try and do a sneaky attack on the main base. I think it's going to go on for quite some time. We still have all players in, and you know what? I'm going to breathe, take a nice sip. Yeah, Poop Lord, I have a diplomacy game for you. It's just a diplomacy game. Little did I know what I was signing up for, but I was wondering, like, how does Teutonic Fortress stay so, I don't know, calm and collected throughout most of these things? He also never resigns, which we saw in the island game. So we can definitely expect Teutonic Fortress. I don't know what the elo of these guys are. I mean, they're probably all over the place. And definitely losing a lot of paladins. I mean, if you have paladins, that's great. But look at this. It's one big group, and it looks like they're fighting everybody. Helps from orange. I think actually just going for helps in the beginning might actually be a really good play. Because you know your opponents are probably going to go for paladin, because that's probably their strongest unit, depending on the civ that they have. So if you go straight into helps, you actually save a whole bunch of your gold up, and you can get additional gold and blah 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 blah. And definitely you want to fortify your base, I think, in this kind of a crazy hectic map. Also, I'm surprised that we don't see more rams. If you are pushing, I think it's good to have rams to go along with it. And the purple is definitely looking like he is in a bad spot. Meanwhile, Leo looks in a pretty bad spot as well, but he does have all those Victorias, and it looks like a push is going to be mounted on green. I think going for the bases is a really smart idea. And Teutonic Fortress doesn't have to deal with very much from his right flank because purple is being handled. Purple is being manhandled, dare I say it. Purple or pink or whatever you want to call it. There's just a lot of people that are all teaming up against purple. I think that early attack against Leo made him the prime target. Normally people wait a little bit and then they try and snipe or something in that nature. Also, I had a very fun and interesting experience the other day where I talked to Snippy. Absolute legend in my opinion. Really like what Snippy has done on T90's channel. He's just a really cool guy. From what I could tell, and he was very open to just talk to me, even for just a couple of minutes. It was nice. Bombard cannons going back and forth. And yeah, I mean, you can have the healing Teutonic Fortress all you want, but against bombard cannons, what can you do? Meanwhile, in the middle, it looks like orange and blue have now turned on. Ooh, but look at this. These paladins are absolute monsters and just chopping through everything. Once they get in close, champion now as well, and my goodness, My frame rate is slowly dropping just from this encounter here alone. Yeah, try doing capture age, Pooplo. Do capture age. You know what happens when you do capture age? You'll see 1 frame per second. That's what you'll see. Look, I know I talk about my work often and say it's demanding and whatnot, and it is. It definitely is. I'm not denying that it's not, but I really love my work, and I really love casting. And it doesn't matter if nobody sees this game if we never get to 69 subs, and I never release this. I'll probably release it anyway, even if we don't reach 69 at some point. But I think it's an achievable, small, tiny goal. My point is, it's not really in my budget right now to buy a new computer. Also, my friend is quite the computer whiz, and he says now is not a good time just because people are buying bitcoins and blah 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 blah. So I guess I'm kind of stuck with the toaster that I have for the time being, and now definitely green and teal losing more and more and more, and teal. Ooh, this could be absolute decimation on these longbows. It's very hard to micro this. Oh, I'm so happy that I'm not in this game because I would be absolutely decimated just due to the lag from all the stuff that's going on. I don't think you can really micro this at this point. And yeah, these things absolutely Shrek. Absolutely Shrek. Plus 8 attack. Plus 8 attack. Yeah, you can't fight that. You gotta run back. So teal is really just holding his own. Green doesn't seem to be contributing a whole bunch because he's fighting over here against paladins and hand cannoneers. It seems like. Did the Teutonic fortress get thrown in there? It looks like it did at one point get thrown in there. And this is just going to be a slow grind to grind down your opponent's resources. It seems like a trickle of gold for everybody because of those 4 relics. So, like I said, I think this can be a very, very long game. And look at this. I like this. I like this a lot. There are a lot of trebs here. It looks like there's a total of 6 trebs, so they can instantly take down that castle, and they can keep pushing over here. But definitely want to micro those cav archers backwards slowly, and would also actually love to see Mangadai. I know it's harder to produce Mangadai because you don't have the castles and whatnot, and I think cav archers is a choice as well. But in all honesty, I think Mangadai are just better. They handle siege very well. And yeah, this is getting chopped down. Although if teal at some point runs out of gold, that would be absolutely disastrous. And this is actually getting handled quite well, especially since orange is contributing mostly helps. He does have some longbows as well, and this castle is definitely going to go down at this point. What has yellow been up to? Yellow is chilling. Yellow is absolutely chilling. Yellow is chilling. He's chilling like a villain. Let's go to Yellow's perspective real quick. Dragonite. Dragonite is not really fighting. He is getting some of the most expensive units in the game. And he has this forward little alcove over here. Signaling purple. Is he going to try and finish purple out of this game? I mean, he's not even like full pop yet. He just has tons and tons of bombard cannons being produced. My goodness, that could be a strong push for sure. Meanwhile, gray is signaling over here. Slowly pushing green. Green is doing very well, especially in this 2v1 situation. And it seems like he's allied himself with teal, at least for the time being. Now, people always say, oh, well, allies, blah, 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 blah. Look, I played Twilight Imperium 4th edition. You can be teammates all you want throughout the entire game. It doesn't matter. If it comes down to a 1v1 situation, especially in the diplomacy game, you're going to see some blue coffee action, that's for sure. Absolute decimation. I think we just have to keep watching for the next like 5 or 10 minutes to see who really comes out ahead here. I mean, if you want, you guys can skip forward, but I'm going to enjoy every single second of this one. I'm not going to speed it up. I can barely cast what's going on over here. And look at that. Mongols don't get help, so they only have pikemen. That's kind of funny. And once again, getting pushed back. And now, tech into those skirmishers. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Teal definitely a very strong player. You can tell he's holding off to people very easily, like way more easily than he should. And he's going for champ and um, skirmisher, and I think it's a very good composition, especially since these cav archers are gold units and skirmishers are not. So I think he could definitely hold out for quite some time. Haven't really seen a push from yellow yet. Yellow is literally just chilling it out over here with his Burgundian. Like the charge attacks could be absolutely devastating, but now he is going. My lord, thanks for defending me. I think he's talking to Teutonic Fortress because Teutonic Fortress definitely helped him out. But once again, Teutonic Fortress also has his own benefit from this, right? You are very welcome. Yeah. I mean, he's getting that trade. Look at this. Look at this sneaky little trade wagons going on over to that market. Definitely getting a lot of value out of that. And actually, you should probably wall here, and here, just so that the trade stays protected. Because if that trade gets raided, that could be detrimental. And yellow looking for some really nice attacks over here. But that being said, there are plenty of arbs here, so I don't know how successful he's going to be over here. And really, yeah, I'm really impressed with Box Boom because he's holding off 2-player without too much. And even though Orange is sending many of care packages in the form of helps, this is not easy to push, and definitely should not engage with those. We do see the population counts slowly starting to dwindle for people. Let's see, what is Kara? I think Kara has tons of gold. Yeah, Kara has tons of gold. And he has tons of buildings constructed as well, and my goodness. But you need something for this. You need Onager or something in that nature. I think Onager actually would be really good. There's tons of Onagers, absolutely wrecks everything. But more and more of this middle is being controlled by orange and blue, and they can potentially build gold units forever. Is there an additional push over here? Okay, there are more pushes over here coming. Oh, okay. So, I'm guessing that's Chinese or Japanese or Korean. I'm not super familiar. Maybe somebody in the chat can tell me what language Purple is playing, but I do feel kind of bad for him. Maybe he attacked because he couldn't communicate very well. And my goodness. Oh, big onager shots. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's definitely going to make things a lot easier. And there goes the castle. And there's a slow but steady push over here towards green's center. And nobody really wants to lose this game, that's for certain. Meanwhile, Teal still pushing very hard over here, and I would love to see some onagers from orange and blue. I really think that would help out this forward push, and it looks like this push over here also got stalled. Maybe Pink said to Yellow, "Hey dude, like it's cool. You can have some of my gold, but could you please go forward?" And look at this chopping. We're on double speed, by the way. This is definitely double speed. So, deletes the. Wait a second. Was that just a spec bug? I have no idea what happened over there. And eventually, maybe. Let's see what the resources over here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but look at that queue. Doesn't have gold. And that's really painful. Lithuanian player, definitely a beast. And actually, it would be great for orange or blue to go for hussars themselves, because the main composition is just skirmisher over here. Meanwhile, there's a steady flow into green's base, and green might actually be the first one to go down. But a lot of military buildings still over here. Let's see how green is doing overall. Let's see here. Green, McBoomer. Looks like he's out of gold too, and out of wood as well. That's going to be very detrimental as all of these structures get taken down slowly. Also, look at Teutonic Fortress. He's ready here with the rams. He's about to swoop in with a whole bunch of rammy boys. I think that's how you end your opponent's misery quickly. And blue and orange are definitely going to be a powerhouse in this game. Everybody still having their Teutonic Fortress intact, but pretty soon it looks like green is going to get cleared out. And Skirm is definitely not the most effective unit against like that, but I think Teal has to kind of like group up his units over here and then make a collective push. Although he is on top of a hill, so that is very, very beneficial. And now Pink has decided, you know what? Fine, you don't understand me. I don't understand you for coming forwards. And Yellow, who was in such a strong position before, I think. Ooh, okay. Orange has had enough, and now it looks like Pink and Orange might be focusing down Yellow as well. Maybe Yellow made some kind of an attack towards Pink. Oh, and that's a lot of Longbowmen. Maybe he just wanted to use his Longbowmen. Just Volt! Attack! Man, absolute destruction over here. Are the Rams gonna come in? The Rams are coming in. Oh man, I don't know how long green can hold out over here. Oh, the relics! The relics are being transported. Where are the relics going to? Get the relics out of here! Get the relics out of here. And this is so open. Look at this. He's just gonna walk right by. I don't know if you can well on the stream, but I'm assuming you can. So that's definitely something that Teal should have realized. Teal pushing back pretty heavily over here. I think it's because Orange is not in the mix, which is really smart from Orange because now Orange can kind of keep his units alive. But I don't think he was expecting to run into Purple. Oh my goodness. Absolute decimation from both armies here. I mean, these Longbowmen, they're going to do quite well, especially in high numbers, but there's tons of Arbs over here still doing a bunch of damage. I wonder if it's better, this is the spirit of the law question right here, if it's better to take out the Arbs first because they have less HP, and then they can, oh my god, Warwolf. Warwolf, that's what you do. Boom! Oh my goodness. Okay, so definitely focus down the Paladins and then just Warwolf Treb yourself to a victory in that regard. And oh, it is in! It is in! Oh yeah, green is definitely out of this game. He's gonna be the first one out. Rams everywhere. Absolute decimation over here. Bombard cannons getting taken down. Rams doing work. Meanwhile, looks like green has relocated to try and snuggle up with his teammate. Where did those monks go to? I really do wonder where those monks went to. For me, teal and green are hard to separate. Don't tell me those monks went over here, right? Where are the holy boys? Is there like just like some kind of a monastery here somewhere? I mean, if anything, you should, yeah, okay, there we go. The holy boys are right over here, but they're not doing very much. Meanwhile, Teal definitely holding his own for his team. And I just gotta make sure that we're recording this, because if we're not recording this, oh my goodness, we're gonna be here forever. So thankfully we are recording this. Green has fled into Teal. Yeah, that is a good assumption to make at this point, because he definitely did do that. Yes, my lord. It's interesting that I can see all of the chats. There's not a whole lot of chatting going on for a diplomacy game, that's for sure. Mangadai being constructed, but you definitely need light cav of your own because these skirmishers are getting cleaned up. Very nice army composition choices from Teal. And meanwhile, Orange has made it through. He does have those Warwolf Trebs, and Yellow is onto him. Definitely onto him. Gotta keep these Trebs alive. I do love that he has Warwolf on this. That is absolutely fantastic. Oh my goodness, bada booms everywhere. Yeah, you gotta keep these guys safe. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. We will use this area as our trade route. That is smart. That is smart. Yeah, once this is completely cleared out, we can definitely make a trade route over here and absolutely decimated is green. He's gonna need some time to reboom. And it does look like we're slowly running out of gold. I mean, there are still gold patches in a lot of these places, but once again, we are on. I shall build it in your liking. Oh, Leo, I love Leo. He's role playing very, very well here, and I think I like to do that too sometimes. Is do some role play when it comes down to Age of Empires. You're like, yeah, Lord in the castle. And meanwhile, Orange was completely repelled, and it looks like there's some holes over here that. Oh, he doesn't have small trees. You gotta get the small trees, otherwise you're gonna get your bee's knees. I don't know. You know, green is going down and is not constructing anything whatsoever. Meanwhile, in the middle, wow, Teal, what a powerhouse, man. He's not out of this. He's like, nah, I'm still in this. I want to see, what is his income looking like? Yeah, just wood and just food. Wow. But making it work nonetheless. And it looks like paladins are trying to raid here, but not very much to find. There's even some crossbows over here. There is gold for you to take. Yes? Rogan? Rogan? Now, what a crazy and chaotic game. Green is desperately trying to reboom. It would be absolutely great if Green somehow got back into this game, but now actually this might be good for Teal because now Green can actually contribute on this forward push to potentially get some of this area back. Let's see, signaling over here. Oh, he definitely does not want blue to come in through this way. That would be bad. And meanwhile, he's chopping his way to him. And I think blue doesn't realize, but I think he can actually run right down here and get into all of those villagers. That would be very, very bad. We'll keep an eye on that for sure as well. Meanwhile, yellow seems to just kind of be chilling a little bit. Burgundians, as good as they are in Imperial Age, they don't really have a lot of their benefits. You know, they don't really have the get a thing in the previous age kind of a thing. And what's going on here? All these villagers just gonna get absolutely murked. I mean, it's hard to know for me where to focus. Is that a market right there? No, that was a tower. Let's see. Is there a family member in there? Are we gonna see a family member die? Nah, it was just a vill. And this area is completely cleared up. Absolutely nothing left. Interessante. Now, if I was green, I would just be like, you know what? It's not my game. So kudos to him for staying in there. And look at Teal's production. Teal is definitely, I think, a higher elo than some of these guys. And definitely maybe is familiar with, definitely maybe. 60% of the time? All the time. What a game. What a game. You know, what's funny, Teutonic Fortress actually showed me that he was working on something like this. You know, he was showing me a base like this, basically. And I was like, wow, that's really beautiful, that's really cool, it looks very nice, blah, 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 blah. Little did I know that in the near future, I would be casting this absolute rainbow dumpster fire extraordinaire. My goodness. Paladin's also being constructed for Teal. And it looks like Orange is kind of being pushed over here. We really only have one player that has even remotely been taken out of this game. I think there's still a lot of gold miners and people as well. That castle's going to go down. And they are fighting each other. So they're fighting each other and they're fighting Orange together. So that's kind of funny. Honestly, they just should put their differences together and kind of figure out an enemy of my enemy is my friend. Thank you, my lord. Rogan? Oh my goodness. From ashes to ashes, nothing may remain. That's absolutely hilarious. He's probably clicked all of these as well, just to make sure that green's base is completely wiped out over here. And green is back on goal. Green is actually booming back in here. Especially if green and teal can take this center, this could be very, very good for them in the long term. Here was calling green out already, but not even out a little bit. Look at that mining camp. Like, what is this? What even is this? What am I casting? What is life? Are we all just part of the Matrix? I don't know. I don't care. Just enjoy it for what it is, you know? Let me take a sip of my soda here. My goodness. There's still a bunch of gold units over here for pink, and pink is going to absolutely decimate this army composition over here. I mean, absolutely demolish if these paladins can find their path. And could actually push them off of gold. Do have to retreat. Get those trebuchets. Those trebuchets are expensive. Is going for the trebs. Is going for these skirmishers. Absolutely wrecking them. And could potentially push him off of stone here, but is starting to build that. And man, we're not even through much of the H yet. I hope by the end of this we don't have the entire H mine, because that would be... when's the next update coming out? Wait, I have to clear my schedule for the next 2 weeks? Okay. I'll make sure to do that. And look at all of the siege just chilling over here. Let the knights do the work. Let the KP boys do the wrecking. My goodness. This is probably going to be the longest game that I cast in quite some time. So, you know what? Might as well strap in, see what happens, see who gets taken out. And I thought for sure McBooper was going to get taken out, but McBooper, he's not going down without a fight. He's probably going to take into Halps now, just to make sure that his skirmishers are protected from those paladins. Let's see what we got going on. A whole bunch more fighting. Meaningless. Meaningless fighting. Why must I fight? I think actually Leo and Teutonic Fortress have done a really, really good job kind of coming together and fighting together. And this is all in Leo's favor because he does have all of these Victorias. And meanwhile, they're just trading. They're just trading. They're not really using... And this is one thing about Teutonic Fortress. I definitely think, you know, this favors Teutonic Fortress's playstyle. He might not be the fastest by any means as we are dropping frame rates. But one thing that he is, and it doesn't look like Blue or Orange knew about all of these paladins. They have not taken into it and absolutely getting wrecked by Purple. That is hilarious. Teutonic Fortress is very frugal, right? He's super duper frugal. Meaning that he does not spend a ton of resources. He's able to hold on to his gold very, very nicely. And he's showing that us right now. And are there walls being constructed? Yeah. Double walls with bombard cannons being constructed by our Portuguese player. And it makes a lot of sense because he has infinite stone. My goodness, they have like 1/3 of the map over here. Even more castles being created. Yeah, I think it's definitely... Purple is creeping on you. No, it's not really he's creeping on him. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. If you take up both the sides, that's actually very good. But I think he's allied with Teutonic Fortress and is actually trading with him. So if Teutonic Fortress decided to flip on him, he could kill all of his trade. That's how he's able to keep producing those paladins. Yeah, it could absolutely decimate Purple for sure. Especially if he built another wall over here, then he couldn't even trade if he wanted to. That is quite funny. And meanwhile, we just have destruction and chaos everywhere. Purple is by himself. He doesn't speak other people's languages. So he's just like, yeah, sure, I'll be your ally. I'll take your gold. Meanwhile, has no intention of either fighting or protecting Teutonic Fortress. He's just like, yeah, I'll take that gold. It's when you see your allies' gold is untouched. My brother does that to me all the time because I go for these wacky strategies, so I often don't even use my own gold. And these bombard towers, they are going to do a whole bunch of damage against those paladins. But purple is able to get those, and I think other people should have definitely invested into trade a lot earlier because now they're out of gold, and you can't keep producing this absolute wrecking ball of a force. And it Teutonic Fortress decides, so yeah, he did kind of cut this off a little bit. This is awkward trading over here for sure. If they do decide to push on this side, that could be really, really bad for purple. They already have a ton of map control, and they potentially have infinite resources. And I wonder what would happen if Leo and blue froze the towel in the ring. I didn't quite see why. I guess he just didn't have military anymore and was getting cleaned up. So blue has actually just resigned and is spectating, or did he maybe lose his? No, it looks like his family members are still safe in there, right? He didn't have the heart for this game. Which is totally understandable. I mean, this is a long game. Maybe he had to go eat dinner, you know, after his army got wiped out. Sometimes you have to go eat dinner. Your mom is telling you go eat dinner, and you're 12 years old. You know, don't take the L. Just tell them you have to go eat dinner. And he has left the expectation as well. So blue and orange, very strong team in the beginning, but they couldn't really get it done. Now, I do really like how the story develops over time. There's definitely a lot of storyline going on over here, which is also why I enjoy games like Twilight Imperium 4th Edition, is because you and your friends kind of tell a story. And this might not be a standard game, but this is definitely a storytelling game. And I think Leo and Teutonic Fortress realize that very, very well. And, I mean, I already see a couple of funny things. We have our purple player, who is just a bunch of numbers, you think might be an AI, but he actually can't communicate, not because he doesn't want to, but because he speaks a different language. We have Teal, who's probably the stronger player, and he's kind of keeping Green under his wing, you know, helping him out and saying, look, you have a base at my base, and in turn, Green is going to become Teal's mercenary. At least this is how I'm interpreting the story. You might have a completely different interpretation of the story. And Orange, on the other hand, he's been fighting vigorously with his teammate Blue, but now he's kind of been left to fight on his lonesome, and he has to take down Yellow. It seems like is what is being decided, and Yellow has a whole bunch of gates here as well. And he's streaming units, but one at a time is never a good idea, especially against British units. That's not going to work out for Yellow in the long term. Yellow is going to be, Dragonite is going to be the lone wolf in this entire situation. He wants to make an attack happen on Purple, didn't really work out. And now he's kind of going for Orange. And Orange might very well get pushed because Purple has been cleaned out from this area somewhat. I would definitely like to see some Rams. Okay, there are some trebuchets over here. And did they ever go for the push over? Oh, they're just prepping it. They're just prepping it. But Teutonic Fortress, he's trading with you. He's trading with you. I guess as soon as he turns an enemy. Locksky. All his trade is... That's another way to kill. Just lock the gates and continue the wall over here. And then those trade cards can't go anywhere. That's kind of hilarious. Oh, a sneaky attack is being prepared over here. With a bunch of Rams. And, ooh... Purple, the numbers guy, had a hard time communicating in this game. Might be taken out next. Meanwhile, it seems like Green and Teal are perfectly content just taking the gold that is still remaining here, but that gold is running out now. Now we are really down to it. We have 50 gold remaining in this last pile over here, and it doesn't look like there's a whole bunch of other gold on the map to be taken. And Purple's still fighting vigorously. Teutonic Fortress and Leo, if they do decide to attack over here, they might actually be They might actually be opening Pandora's box because they'll be setting teal and green free on somebody else. I'm alone versus orange. Some help? Help me! Help me! The lone wolf cries for help. We are trying to reach you. Sure! Sure you are. Me and Leo should come for you. Meanwhile, we'll go through purple. Purple doesn't realize this because he doesn't speak the language. And now it is I'm almost dead. I'm almost done. Judgment! Attack horn sound. Okay, please. Okay, please. Okay, die, please, says Orange. Just die already. He's coming for him. Relocate to us and join in the spoils of victory. Meanwhile, he is actually in quite a bit of issues with these werewolf traps. Meanwhile, Orange has completely given up, and on the center that is. And there's a huge army over here that can be absolutely devastating if used against red and gray, and they're just sitting back. I wonder how much of this they know is going on. We are on the way! Hold on! Once again, this is coming back now. This has to come back. And meanwhile, these gray hand cannoneers are getting caught off guard. There is a significant push being made towards the center over here, but there's a lot of bombards and whatnot. And there is some fighting going on, and now, all of a sudden, it's a double pincer maneuver on purple, but I think he's going to be able to get out of his pretty easily. And this army, is it going to go forwards to attack green and teal, or is he going to bring this back to try and protect his home? Best as you can. Revolution! Oh, you need to. Oh no! We went. No. There's only one way we are able to survive, and that is by means of the Flemish Revolution. Now tons of Flemish revolutionaries are coming over here to fight this fight. That is absolutely hilarious, but slowly but surely this is going to get pushed. Incoming! Oh man, the amount of stuff that's here. They are slowly trimming everything down. There are still a whole bunch of Teutonic Knights, but it's so hard to take out your opponent's base, and these Scorpions are dying one by one by one. There's a whole bunch of Onagers here as well. Boom, 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 boom. Meanwhile, what happened over here with these, yeah, they just can't go anywhere, right? Okay. That's kind of what I figured. Look at this trade line that they have going on over here. That's hilarious. Push! Push! And it looks like Purple's going to be next to be taken out. And he was actually doing the best. He was actually quite well off. And now it's getting absolutely cleared out. And that gives green and teal the center where there's still plenty of stone. There might not be any gold to be taken, but there's still plenty of stone to be had. I think Portuguese is a really, really smart decision the more I think about it. Retreat! Retreat! Oh my goodness. And these Teutonic Knights are being sent in one by one. That's definitely not a good idea. Meanwhile, did the Flemish Revolution actually accomplish enough? I don't honestly think that it did. But he has hope. You know, he has hope that Teutonic Fortress and Layer are going to come for him at some point. But will they actually manage to come? And he's signaling. He's desperately signaling. He's like, guys, help me. Coming. We're coming, dude. Purple's between us. We're coming. Hang in there. And it looks like, oh, Purple has been taken out. He has thrown the towel into the ring. But there's still a whole bunch of buildings that need to be destroyed over here. So we have 2 people down. That means we have Leo, Teutonic Fortress, Dragonite, and Orange, the Care. The Care is definitely not giving a lot of care to his opponent in this situation. He is just ramming through. But now I think, yeah, exactly. The care might have to switch gears because Teal is having no problem pushing the care because he's committing all of his forces to yellow, and he feels like he's making good headway with all of these trips, which he definitely is. He just wants to get one kill at this point. Meanwhile, what is Green doing? Green is just chilling. But how is Green ever going to survive, especially when his base is inside the base of Teal's? You know what would also be great here? I think Vietnamese with Rattan archers and elite battle elephants, because there's no way you can micro against elephants, right? You have to almost dead. He's in the inner ring. We're coming. We're coming. It's just a slow push, okay? No, already dead, says the care. The care is having none of it. He's like, you're dead. You're mine. We're over here. Retreat to here. Retreat. We're on our way. Meanwhile, this might all be going on, but Orange is getting pushed as well, and Teal and Green are completely quiet about it. They're like, shh. So I don't know how long. I think Orange just wants to get a kill at this point. And Werewolves are absolute monsters, and they're going to take down this castle, no problemo. And there is indeed a retreat. There are 2 family members being sent over here. I don't think we'll see a betrayal. These guys do seem relatively honorable, but it's a slow push. And no, don't run into. Oh no, don't run into the castle fire. Not yet, not yet. He's just running by anyway. It's okay. No. It hasn't been cleared out yet. The hasty retreat is ending in a so many dead villagers. Oh my goodness, the bomber cannons are like having a field day over here. Purple is getting kills from the grave as these villagers run by and just get absolutely murdered. He's like, I don't care. Save as many as we can. Run. And they might actually need Yellow's help at this point because, like I said before, it seemed to me like Teal was very, very capable earlier. And that is going to finally go down. So now those villagers are saved, at least to some extent. And I think they're going to come forward and try and clear out these chests. Meanwhile, heavy push over here, and I don't think that Orange can defend for much longer. Make settlement here. Oh, there's an in-between land. There's an in-between land that has been gifted. The in-between purgatory land. Meanwhile, like Green, the way that Green constructed his land, he's kind of like, oh, look at those houses bugging out. He's kind of like a tumor, right? He's kind of like growing on top of Teal, and then Teal has layers, like internal tumor, I suppose. No offense to McBooper. McBooper's done really, really good, by the way. Managed to stay in this, and look how many ARBs he has over here. Holy guacamole. There's a lot of ARBs, and they are slowly going to push this into oblivion. And meanwhile, there's just werewolves over here. Absolutely decimating, yes. But for how much longer, you know? Oh, and here comes the siege. And this should absolutely clear this up. At least to a large degree. Don't kill this trap. That trap is actually keeping you safe to some degree. Run! Come to safety. Careful not to lose your king. Yeah, that would be quite unfortunate if you retreated all the way. Meanwhile, there's like this trade highway going on. I really do like this. This is very efficient trading. Are they going all the way to the end here? Yes, they are. All the way to the end. All the way to, well, trying to escape. We should still go save those relics. Yes. Okay. Save the relics. Relics definitely do a lot. And meanwhile, Orange has been talking some smack, which I like. Not maliciously or anything. And his ally, his close ally, the Mongols, double archer civs, were really doing well for a while, but weren't able to maintain. And this is why Werewolf defense is so good, because look, bop and bop. Did you get that shot off? I don't think he got that shot off. It was about to go off. But now it's looking worse and worse. There are still bombard cannons, and this is just barely out of range. Orange is getting pushed pretty hard. Meanwhile, the army is coming forth. And the relics are even being brought to safety, while the rest of Teal's base is slowly getting, Purple's base is slowly getting taken down. And look at this, resettled in a new world, a strange world. Definitely the minority are the Burgundians in comparison to the Portuguese Empire. And I do like this, all of his production buildings are kept safe over here. Didn't really need the food because the food was coming from there. So that's nice and smart. I like that. Very, very good. We have a refuge. It's like a refugee. He brought his he brought the relics. He's bringing the relics over. And honestly, you don't really need to push Orange. Orange is not really the enemy at this point anymore. Yes, my lord. Yes. One left. Yes. Keep at bay. Keep the enemy from attacking. But I don't think they've realized that this might be detrimental. And Warwolf shots. Boom. Boom. Oh. Oof. Oof. Warwolf, such a good defense. Let's see if we get another couple of big shots here. Time to take out those traps. They could definitely hide behind these walls. I think Britain was also a really, really good pick. Now that I think about it more. Very hard to push with as well, which is always stated by T90, but it is very, very true, especially with those warwolves. How do you push something like this, especially if you have a whole bunch of walls and these bombard cannons still doing work? It's going to take a long time to get through. Yes, Lord, one have 2 relics for you in the spoils of purple. Thank you, my lord. The spoils are getting divvied up. And yellow still has somewhat of an intact base here. Like, the most important part is that he has all of his production buildings over here. Could you send them to me? Where? Question mark? Rogan? I guess relics are being transported over here slowly but surely. Yep, there's some relics over here. I think other people read what I write. No, it shouldn't be. Only your allies should be able to read what you write. So that's why. Oh, okay. So now we're getting, if people were just using the trumpet icon left and right, I suppose. So people were able to read, which makes it so much better to me. Makes it so much better to me, to be honest with you. The trumpet icon was not clicked. What do I do now? Teal and green are hitting orange hard. Yeah, so they did actually realize that was going on. And that's good. That's actually good. We shall take them on soon. Build up. Yeah, so now building up some kind of an offensive attack and maybe striking from this area over here could be very, very useful. Let me see what the queue is like. Oh, a lot of hand cannoneers from Gray. Not a lot on the queue. Build up your eco. Yeah, building up eco is also a pretty good idea. But that being said, as Orange is really getting taken down here, I don't think they should, now that they know that Orange is getting hit hard over here, I would definitely start switching my focus on building some kind of a forward push maybe over here. And meanwhile, they're still taking tons and tons of stone. This H is almost gone. I think we are going to see all stone gone, and we might even see all wood gone at a certain point, and villagers just become completely obsolete, which would be kind of funny. Deliver it to Leo's monastery. There's delivery, pizza delivery. And meanwhile, Yellow still has a bunch of monkey boys here as well. 4 monks with relics. More castles are being constructed. Fortifications are being built up. Yeah, this main area is definitely super duper safe, and they still have all that trade, so they do have gold for long periods to come. Meanwhile, like yellow, red, and yellow are having the time of their life. You know, they're discussing, who's gonna get this holy relic? Who's gonna get this holy relic? Yellow, the care, meanwhile, is like, oh no, man, oh no. And we have two very strong players in green and teal. I am sure. A little bit surprised. Oh, okay. Why is yellow's score so high? I think maybe that's because he is teamed up with uh, some of the players who are already dead. For example, purple or something of that nature. Arbs over here, and this is definitely keeping them occupied and allowing red, gray, and yellow to build up. Bucks Boom, Bucks Boom, definitely representing in this game, man. I would not be surprised if he had tons and tons of kills. I mean, he probably has tons of deaths as well, but he definitely put in a lot of work on people. What is this? More castles being constructed. Especially since yellow has walls here, that's not bad at all. After you kill me, what? Dragon? Sorry, I missed what they said there. There's also like a lot of... Do you need any resources? They're definitely helping yellow get in this game. Especially good if it would be a 3 versus 2 situation. Not now, but thanks. I wonder if, I mean, there can be only one winner, right? Or can you do a joint victory? Because I would really like it if they did a joint victory. I'm never opposed to a joint victory, especially when everybody has contributed. And build his own monastery, has his own little relic facility over here, encroaching on the Portuguese players, Leo's base over here. And let's see, McBoober, what is he doing? He's like all over. He's all over the place. And he actually, I think he took the most stone. Definitely think he's going to have the most stone by the end of this game. And the story progresses. Crime, guys, it doesn't play. Orange was trying to go for teal and green, and he was working together very well with blue. But then he saw an opportunity to absolutely Shrek yellow. I have trash army. It's garbage! If you need, I send. Whatever you want, sire. I am now part of the empire. Move all forces to here. Is this where they're gonna make the push from? I think it would be better to push from here, right? Maybe? Let me hit the middle. Yeah, the stone is almost out, and there is the resign from Orange, or maybe he lost all of his family members. I'm not quite sure. No, there are some family members remaining, but yeah, this is definitely over. And now, I wonder if green and teal stand by here. I wonder if green and teal can switch quickly enough to the opposite side of the field and take out this this trio. They've definitely been working very, very well together, McBoomer and Bucks Boom. They both have Boom in their name. Do you think they're friends in real life? I think they might be. I think they just might be. So forces are being gathered. Huge armies of swords, but man, there are a lot of trebs here. There's champions here as well, galore. We have paladins in here. This is no joke. Army. Where's green mobilizing his forces? Oh, they are attacking this castle, but with trash army, that's not the best. Also, yellow bravely ran in first. These are, I guess, the the disposable units, you know. Send in the disposable units first. And this castle isn't even losing HP, man. You can't be... Enemy! Enemy! Uh-oh. They're not meeting up on the green, on the agreed upon location. They have their own plans. They have their own places they want to be. My goodness, what a madhouse. And this army definitely did not do a whole lot. I think definitely going for more halves would be a good play here. And yeah, you can fire against that castle all you want, but that's not a good play. You need trebs here. You need other army here. Not even full pop for Teutonic Fortress. And it looks like Teal is going to bring his forces here as well. So we are going to have a big battle in the middle. And it does favor Green and Teal just because they have that castle here. But there are free players, so that favors the triple. I'm going to call them the triple threat. It does favor the triple threat as opposed to the dynamic duo. So you see what I did there? Dynamic, dual, and triple threat. The triple threat, one of their members is quite crippled in terms of their military composition, but fearlessly charges in regardless. I do really appreciate that. Now these buildings are getting taken down. They are going to just slow push the middle, but there's no resources to be had here. Is there trade going on? I feel like there should be trade, right? Let's go to Bucksboom's perspective. Is there trade? It doesn't look like there's trade. No, 0 on gold. So eventually, but look at that Q though. Huge Q. Already has max pop. So even though there might not be any gold, there definitely is, and that's gonna get taken down. Let's target the castle, target the castle, target the castle, target the castle. Yes. Ooh, don't want to be firing those bombard cannons on your own. Dude, want to be taking down that castle for sure. And there's another castle back here. And definitely also no stone anymore. I mean, there was tons of stone before, but... Oh, no. These guys are expensive. You definitely don't want to lose those conversions. Wololo. Wow. Definitely a big push now down the center. Can the triple threat push it home against the dynamic duo? It is yet to be seen. Look at this. Absolutely massive queue, but military units are being lost quickly, and I think it does actually favor triple threat quite a bit here because the amount of gold that they have in terms of their units and the slow trickle of gold from the Futurias. Oh, there was a push over here, but oh no. Oh no. And that's why you wall everything. And all of those juicy trebs are going to get taken down. That is absolutely massive. Meanwhile, green looks like there are some walls back here, interestingly enough. Walling everywhere. Got him! Perfect, my lord. And these are being retreated, but those are eventually going to get taken down. So many trebs from Theo. Absolutely massive number of trebs. And here is the Teutonic square formation. Love to see it. And he's going to try and keep that I can't even speak anymore. I'm just so mentally exhausted from this game already. I don't know how long this game has been, but I feel like it's been longer than Teutonic Fortress's Island game by some... Yes! Yes, the formation represent! And getting conversions as well, that's great. But definitely could be taken down with enough force. Definitely want to get some conversions over here. And these paladins, they're beefy boys. Like, they're really beefy. Is the formation going to hold up against this? Ooh, Teutonic Knights are slowly dropping. It is now chaos. There is a little bit of Yellow's army still remaining over here. And I wonder what's going to happen if they do manage to take out Teal and Green. Who is going to claim the ultimate victory? Or is there a shared victory possible? I have no idea. But the story has progressed. Red and gray took out green's base, but green is still in this game, and took out the numbers guy. They then moved to protect yellow and gained an ally by doing so, whereas green and teal seem to have been allied from the beginning, and they just tried to push the center as hard as they could. Whoever was there, they would fight off. Blue and orange, the double archer duo, didn't duo so well because blue eventually did resign, and that left orange on his lowest and trying to get a kill. Ooh, this gets absolutely mopped up. Absolutely mopped up. And there's tons of skirmishers still here. And that's no bueno. Actually, I might take this back. It might not be looking good for the trio at all. Although that being said, they do have this castle over here in which they are fortifying their middle position. So that's good. And as long as there's no rams out, that could be very, very good in the long run. More and more are being constructed. 61 on food and 43 on wood for teal, which is a lot. That is a lot. But all players must be running out of gold now. I mean, Teutonic Fortress lost his entire Healing Fortress formation, but man, he still has a bunch of gold in the bank. I think he's going to go for another fortress formation, but probably near the front. Meanwhile, is fighting this off, and wow, that is a lot of hustlers. Oh my god, those shots! Get one more, come on. Fire it. Fire it. I mean, they are surrounded anyway. So, the hustlers are actually coming in quite clutch. Keeps are slowly being produced and being pushed forward. Meanwhile, there are paladins over here absolutely shredding those skirmishers, but up against halb, so that's a little bit difficult. Production buildings are being destroyed, and I think, even though the queue is not looking too great for Teutonic Fortress at this time, and actually is well in the favor of teal and green. Wow. Okay, let's see what Leo's population is looking like. 177 definitely needs to be produced. Oh my god, you need to be producing so much more, my friend. You need to be producing hard. If you're not producing, you could actually lose this fight. You need more military on those front lines. You need to be producing more hand cannoneers, more stuff. Where's Leo gone? What's he doing? He's microing the bombards. He's trying to save these super duper expensive units to safety, which is definitely a good idea. But he definitely needs to be producing. You need to have hotkeys for all of your military buildings, especially if you're going to be playing a game as crazy as this one. Meanwhile, it looks like green is even like rebooming some of those villagers, trying to get more resources from those. And wow, just wow. Definitely looks like green and teal, fast players indeed. But can you win against where we attack? There's not enough military on the field, I think. Helps! Helps! They're just going right through the center. They're just going to push right through the center would be my guess. Slowly but surely. This might work. Come on, Leo. You need to build more military. You have so many resources. You're such a good spot. He even has 15 on gold, so I don't know where in God's name he is getting gold from. But ooh, Ultra, and there comes the queue. Look at this. Look at this. Wow, 15 in 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 ranges. You need to hit even more ranges. Beep beep assault. 2, 3 on 2. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a diplomacy game. That's what happens. That is what happens. But once again, we saved yellow. That is also true. Like, I mean, I can see both sides of this point. At the one hand, it is a 3 versus 2 situation. He is our ally by right. 2.5. Like a sitcom. Yeah, yellow is the half man in this one, but that's actually good because they kind of need a half man in this particular situation. And I don't agree with what teal and green are doing here. They definitely need to be building up a big chunk over here. And I definitely don't think that Teutonic Fortress and Leo, as much as I like these individuals, would have had a chance if they had to face them head on by themselves. They just seem so quick and well coordinated. Well, actually, we kill orange. Haha. After we gave yellow an escape route, you would have been too late. Yeah, I mean, I love it. Teal's trying to get yellow to switch sides. He realizes that yellow is kind of the mercenary in this particular situation and might want to tempt yellow into joining the opposite side. I mean, if yellow really wanted to, he could do some attack rounds, some really nasty attack rounds on some of Teutonic Fortress and Leo's units. But why would you do that? They literally saved you. I do agree with Teutonic Fortress's logic here. You saved the dude. Did you come in and save him, or were you just fighting him because you liked war? You know? It's not always about war. Sometimes it's just about sharing resources, being kind. And that's what we saw over here. We saw the sharing of relics. We saw a civilization that was completely destroyed, given a second chance at life. Which is pretty beautiful, in my opinion. How did they get through over here? That's kind of what I'm wondering as well. My goodness. I'm gonna take a sip of soda here. How long have I been casting this game for? I hope to goodness that we're recording, because there's no way I'm recording this again. We'll never surrender! I would love, like, McBooper right now to surrender. That would really make my day. We'll never surrender! GG. Attack! Ghost! Man, yellow is our ally by right. By claim to the throne! There are still a whole bunch of castles right in front here. And are these keeps or bombard towers? Okay, they are keeps, so that should be slightly easier to push. And they're just going right through the center. There's a lot of stuff still here. I think you need... ooh, no. No, why? Why? Scout cavalry, initiate! Oh my gosh, meet shield! Operation Scout Shield! Oh my goodness, absolute hilarity. The scouts are getting sent in just to get decimated, just to get absolutely obliterated. And I think as long as these bombard cannons stay alive, these bombard cannons should be able to push this eventually. Eventually, right? Hopefully. Green, meanwhile, is like chopping wood over here. There's 3 castles over here from green as well, which are slowly being taken down by yellow. I missed that section. There was a relic here to capture all of these relics over here. That's smart. Meanwhile, yellow is kind of trying to trap any forces that might be coming this way. So that's quite smart from yellow to realize that they had a presence over there. And man, I bet you if I cast this game again, I would see so many more things that I didn't see on this cast. But we're going to leave it at 1 cast of this game for now. Especially since this might still take like another 6.5 hours at this rate. Oh no, don't lose these onagers, those are expensive. Those are quite expensive. And the trebs behind. Oh my goodness, 10 trebs behind here for Teal. But Leo, he's definitely producing a lot of hand cannoneers, and those are definitely going to do some work. But where are the bombards? There needs to be more bombard cannons to take down these castles. It's going to be way too slow with just 1 bombard cannon. All these bombard cannons are out of position. No more castles. These castles have been taken down over here. Noise. They still have these castles on the front though, and oh my goodness. Oh, oh, you hate to see that. You hate to see it. Those bombard cannons definitely bit the dirt. But the funny thing is, like Leo could actually just rebuild those, and just attacking the castle with paladins at this point. Trying to keep that bombard cannon safe. Gotta keep that alive. Ooh, the slow but steady push. We'll never surrender! We'll never join dive! And funnily, the score is still in their favor. Even after all of this, the score is still in teal and green's favor. And that castle does crumble now. There's still a whole bunch of peeps, but that ram is doing definite work over here. And it looks like the enemy is at the gate, or the liberators, depending on your perspective. It's just like terrorists are called freedom fighters by some. You know, like if you wouldn't fight as a terrorist, but you would fight as a freedom fighter, maybe. I probably wouldn't fight regardless, if I'm being completely honest with you. I'm kind of a pacifist in that regard, which is funny because I really enjoy Age of Empires. But that's why I like kind of what Leo and Teutonic Fortress have gone for here. They gave Yellow a chance to escape. They saved him, and in return, a military aid was provided by Yellow. And these tribes are getting so many kills, absolutely ridiculous. Was that monastery taken out over here as well? Was that realized? I think it was. I think those relics are still here. Yeah, there's still 4 relics over here. And meanwhile, Teal just kind of like walking around Blue's base, but the push is really here on the front. I wonder what's going to happen once green, because now it's looking pretty bad, right? We can say like if you're green or teal, if you were rooting for them, it's looking quite bad. It looks like you are going to get taken out eventually. Like yeah, you still have a full queue, but against gold units, your castles are slowly going down. There's another castle over here, definitely doing tons of work. But there's a big push coming. Oh no, not the bombard! That bombard, please stay alive! If that bombard goes down, we might be here for another hour or 2. Which once again, I don't mind. I really don't mind. I think this has been quite funny. Like this is kind of like an epic that's being written. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Oh, can those? Oh, I was gonna say, can they sneak in over there? That would be great. Oh, and tons of bombards from Yellow. I don't know how Yellow got all of this gold, but that helps. Misclicked on some of that wall, it seems like. Although, maybe not misclick, because if that wall can be broken open, then, ooh, but look at this. Those hand cannoneers absolutely getting wrecked, and Gray definitely needs to produce more units. Still has a bunch. Ooh, and is trying to break through over here. Use these bombard cannons against these ARPs. Yes. Yes. More in the queue. Oh, and here come the Rams. Here comes the final Ram push. The arm. Oh, that's Lord! Oh, Lord! Watch out! Now Teutonic Fortress joins the fight once more to push it home. Are they going to be able to do it on this forward push? There have been many men that have fallen, and Teutonic Fortress, he cares about every single one of his soldiers. But this is like D-Day, but then for attack Oswald! I'm getting into it now, man. I was into it before, especially with all the betrayal and all of the. Well, there wasn't really a lot of betrayal, but there definitely was a story. There was a story. There was a clear story. There was a clear narrative, and I'm very happy to share this story with you. I know a bunch of you are probably like skipping through it, but I feel like you missed parts of the story. Maybe not huge parts, but small parts nonetheless. Relics! Spoils of victory! Gosford! The Rams have almost all been taken out with skirmishers trying to hold this off. But that castle looks like it is now going to go down. Who needs siege to take down castles when you have Teutonic Knights? Take them down, boys! Attack the Rams! It's a slow push for sure. Especially with this many trebs. These trebs are probably targeting that ram. And the Teutonic Knights are just kind of holding those rams. Breakthrough! Oh man, this could actually be big if some of these Hussar can get through. It does look like they are getting through. They are swinging through now for the side. And this might actually be it. This might clear up all of these trebs. And that's going to make it really, really awkward. Oh, and that ram is being repaired by 3 villagers. Absolutely beautiful. That ram is going to stay up. And these villagers can actually not be targeted by range attack, but they can be. Ooh, one more trebuchet goes. Oh, it stays up. 2 trebs. Attack! Attack! Yellow really, really did a lot of work here. The trebuchets are not going to get taken down quite yet. And it doesn't look like Teal is willing to give up. He is actually going to retreat to Green's base. Ironically, look how many of these keeps are over here. Oh my goodness. What did I sign up for? Take the relics! What are they getting shot by? Oh, they're getting shot by skirmishers, and there's still a singular bombard cannon now. So that's definitely a misplay on Leo's part, but that will be eventually taken down. Also, should really handle these 2 skirmishers that are hidden. But whatever, he's gonna get that gold back and double at this point. Gosh, Forge! The push is slowly coming to fruition. But man, these bombard cannons that everybody start with make this game. Oh my goodness, Creed, you absolute McBooper. You are terrible. I hate you so much. Oh man, I did not know that I signed up for a 7-hour stream today. And that ram is simply not going to be enough to take down all of these castles. There's a lot of fireworks happening over here, that's for sure. That is hilarious. Did this eventually get cleared out over here? Yeah, it did. And now yellow is going to be able to grab those spoils. Meanwhile, who has... Oh, there's no Q from green. No. No. Are they doing what I think they're doing? Are they just not doing anything and just kind of like waiting for this to render? Oh no, this is terrible. What cheeky boys. They probably went and started to watch a movie or something. That's what people do when they're salty. This is what people do when they're salty. They just hide their stuff. And they're not active. They're definitely not active. But you know what? Wait, actually, are they? Let's take a look at these skirmishers over here. Oh, and 2 is still producing. Okay, so they're still here. But what some people do, and it's terrible. I really don't agree if you do this. But sometimes if you're a really salty boy, maybe you want to do this. Oh my god, now they've realized, I think, that all of this is back here, and they're going to get absolutely decimated if they do go back there. Meanwhile, this trade is beautiful. Infinite gold. Infinite gold. They have all the resources in the world. And we have freaking Ethiopian Shota warriors being constructed really quick. When do you ever see Shotas? Not very often. Not very often, for sure. They need to construct some kind of a big push, and maybe even not even worry about this area over here, although there are still relics in there. Okay, creating some more space. Okay, I'm not posting. Here come the rams. Sorry, here come the bombard towns. So as long as they stay out of range, which I think they are in range, that's not good. Oh, no, no, no. That is really bad. Just throwing away those bombards over here. Targeted the wrong castle for sure. And all of those bombards get cleaned up. And it looks like this bombard could also be on the menu right here. And these Shota warriors could actually do work. Could absolutely decimate this composition over here. If they... Oh no. Oh no! Oh wait, what are these Shotas doing? Looks like they're looking for like a sneaky avenue to attack. I think that would have been perfect for them. They could have absolutely destroyed. And here they come, here they come! Shota warriors! Shota, Shota, Shotas! I would not be surprised if Dragon Knight is like, guys, help me out, help me out. Oh man, absolutely decimating those Shotas. Uh, Green and teal, definitely no intention on giving up quite yet, but now everything is slowly but surely getting pushed. And my goodness, man. Just my goodness. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do with my life anymore. How am I ever going to upload this to YouTube? Teutonic Fortress. Like, it's going to take me 7 days to upload. By the time I upload this, Killer Queen. We only have 3 people out. And this game could go on for a while longer. Definitely a while and a half. You know what? Teutonic Fortress, you deserve to know. I'm sorry, but I have to send a message real quick. Alright. I have to send a message. Let's see. Yeah, strap yourself in. Boom. Alright, he'll know. He'll know. One left. Oh, as I was typing that, of course he surrenders. Of course he surrenders. Or maybe his family members died. One left. What will happen once that green player does go down? Green is actually like a legit tryhard. I do really appreciate that from him. Even when the going got tough, he never gave up, and he was actually really able to help out Teal in this particular game. But I do think resigns are not extreme in this case at all. And now the question is, like, where are all of his family members? Let's go to Green, because he has 4 of them, right? But this should not take too know to clear up, especially with 3 players working on him. Where are his family members? No. Let's see. Okay, there's one over here, and then I'm thinking he's a cheeky boy. Okay, there's a king over here from Teal. But Teal's already out. There's the queen. The queen is over here. And this is going to get taken in. Wow. That's just a lot of power. Definitely should just target the ones that have flags on them at this point. And maybe try and take them out that way. But this is slowly getting pushed. And slowly, I mean, it's actually quite quickly falling. Ring the bell! Everybody inside. And I wonder who they give the victory to. I think Leo and Teutonic Fortress both did a fantastic job in this particular game. I wonder if they're going to be like turning on each other or something in that nature. Are they even thinking about it? Or do they just... what you could do is you could delete all 4 of your things at the same time, right? That could make it a draw or at least random who wins. But then if yellow doesn't do it, yellow might actually get... Dragon Knight might actually get the victory in this one. But does it matter? Does the victory even matter? Does winning matter? And if it matters, how much does it matter? At what expense? Are you willing to win at the expense of your opponent enjoying the game? And the answer for me for some time has been yes, but now I'm kind of trying to be a little bit more wholesome in my play. I definitely still do crazy strats and whatnot, but moving away from the Persian TC drop, trying to do some wackier and crazier and different things and experience. Oh my god, no! Oh, I hate you. I hate you so much, McBooper. You're a good player and all that, but my, like he has them set to other waypoints, to other Oh my goodness. But it does look like McBooper is eventually going to get cleared out. I also think you really only need one king or maybe two kings. No, I think that's fine. Two kings is fine. I think four is maybe a little bit excessive. But at what cost are you willing to win? And I definitely think for myself, not at any. Not at any indeed. I think having a good time with your friends is much more important than winning any kind of game. I'm just checking out if they're sneakily building up to backstab each other. But like I said, I think Leo and Teutonic Fortress are wholesome enough. The sheer number of towers are crazy. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. You know how he got all of those towers, by the way? Because he mined all of the stone here. Like, all of it. If we look at how he got all of these towers up, I bet you will see that he got them up due to the amount of stone he collected. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous how much stone this man has collected. And at this point, I do think that green is AFK, right? Right? Okay, these bombard cannons attack over here. Push this section over here. The amount of towers is just insane. Yeah, I agree with you. Alright, you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I hope my game doesn't catch me. Chillin'! It was Teal's King that was in there. It was Teal's King that was in there. So it wasn't even green that was in there. But now, yeah, it can only really be in this one, right? That is actually the queen. So if they manage to take this tower down and they manage to snipe the queen before she runs away, which I'm assuming she's waypointed to every single one of these. Let's see. As soon as she pops out. Oh no! Okay. Queen! Get her! Poof. Nope, that wasn't the last one. I think he still has that, Oh yeah, here he is. Okay, he's over here. He's over here. 1 to 2 royals left, yeah. I think it's only the one. I might be mistaken. And what's his pop? 5. 5 pop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 royal left. 1 royal left, and it's over here. And they should know that there's nothing in these towers, so there's no need to take all of this out. But you know what? If you do something, it's worth doing right. It's worth doing right. Okay, we're gonna speed it up just a little bit. Let's see how long it takes them to start coming over. Paladin being created. Is yellow gonna do a sneaky stabs? I don't think so. I think they've been together for so long. Yellow, red, and gray. At this point to pull a backstab, yeah. Okay, I think they figured out that he's over here. Here it comes. And yellow, always the first to arrive, always the first to throw himself into harm's way. He knows his role, and he has played it perfectly. I gotta give a lot of props to Dragonite. Dragonite, really fun to watch. And I love that your military has little wings, like Dragonite. Actually, I have a huge stuffed Dragonite. Here in Asia, they have a lot of, here in Asia, you know, that small place. They have a lot of claw machines. Oh, there it is! Get it! King! Get it! Oh, and because they all were allied, it actually finishes right there. You know, that's wholesome. That's wholesome. I was gonna say I want a huge Dragonite in a claw machine, but let's take a quick look at the statistics. My goodness, what a game! What a game! Let's look at the military over here. I wanted to look at 3,200 kills. Absolute meat grinder was Teal. Great job from him. And I want to see the buildings race. Oh yeah, Teutonic Fortress definitely, and Leo actually together. Slow and steady, my friends, wins the race. And Leo actually not even losing all of that. Even first attacked, but didn't lose the most. That was really, really a great game. Let's see some of these other statistics. About even over here for care. In the person who didn't speak the language is favor there. And Dragonite, yeah, most units lost KD wise, but he did what he needed to do. And my KD, when I go Persians and go infinite archers, is terrible as well. But I do what I need to do, you know? Economy. Let's see it. Stone Leo, most stone collected. Those Victorias coming in super duper clutch, but really close with only 23 less than the person who has infinite resources was McBooper. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. So much stone collected from that middle. Map explored 100%. Relic gold. 14 relics captured. Very nice split there amongst these guys. 8 only took 6 himself. Teutonic Fortress, and Blue still had his 4, so that's kind of funny. And let's take a look at the timeline. Blue eventually got cleared up. Surrendered. Green was almost taken out, but then reboomed. And then here we had our numbers player getting taken out. And then orange was seen to follow. And it looked like yellow was indeed going to die as orange was pushing him. But he got saved by Teutonic Fortress and Leo and thus joined them. And look at the amount of military versus the amount of pop. But that's because most of this is taken up by Victoria space, so that's not really an accurate description of what Leo did in this game. Anyway guys, thank you so much. This is probably the longest game I have ever casted. Teutonic Fortress did not give me any warning, just FYI. He's just like, yeah, just cast this game, you know, it's a new game I found. It is very entertaining, it's very different than all of the other Teutonic Fortresses games I've seen. And it doesn't surprise me that he won this game. And the reason it doesn't surprise me that he won this game, he's definitely not the fastest player. Keep that in mind. But just his strategic mindset, I think, is what helped him. And I think Leo did a very good job as well with that, with those Victorias. I think Britain's also on this map was really, really great. The Care did a good job with those Warwolf Trebuchets, very, very strong civ. And I think Teal had a very, very strong start due to being Lithuanians, being able to get all those relics, absolutely murking everything with that additional attack. But then what do you do once the gold runs out? What you gonna do when the gold runs out? Bad relics, bad relics. And green. Ethiopians. Yeah, I don't know about Ethiopians on this particular map. And then we had the Flemish Revolution. Where did the Flemish Revolution kick in? I think it was somewhere over here. Yeah, all of a sudden this whole spike in military. Can we see that very well? I don't even remember where the change into military occurred. I don't really even see it. I guess more villages were being produced already at that time. And the pop was so low for yellow. Oh, here, I think this is the, yeah, this is definitely the, this is the Flemish Revolution right here. Wow, what a story. What a story. What a game. Nuts. Anyway, this just goes to show, guys, thanks for walking. If you run, you might run out of steam, you know? You might not have gold anymore to produce more. You gotta take it nice and slow. You only need 2 relics. 2 relics to make it happen. You only need 2. So if you have 6, you're already 3 times better off than Teutonic Fortress in some of its games. Just keep that in mind for when you're feeling hopeless or down on yourself. Never, ever, ever give up.